Alright. Who should I pick my poem first? I'm gonna go with Yuri first, because I like her purple hair. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Okay. I can trust her to be fair. Right. Hello, Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. Please be gentle with me. A minute passes with more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Wow, purple hair, how surprising. She's kind of cute too, you know. Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking. How'd you forget to speak? It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Okay. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that I might be after reading through it. Harry will always be my favorite. She's a good one. I mean they're all cute in their own way, but everyone's got the reason to pick who they want. Oh, so that's bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. Facts, they all are. They are, man. It might take Yuri a while to get used to the people. That's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there were specific habits that usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their styles more deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The result, they both look like the rest styles expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. I mean, she did just tell me that mine was okay, but not good. Of course, that's not something that you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. It can be a little bit based though. Well, thank you for telling me that. Based how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Alright. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. Although, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright. Ghost Under the Light. I am terrible at reading cursive, but I'll try my best. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Cursive writing, I can't read. Yup. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of life. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle claims breathing ain't of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, the flicker back. Great! I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. W reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I'm sorry, my queen. I'm dyslexic and slightly illiterate, but it's okay. I try my best, ma'am. I do my best, cause you're pretty and purple. Pretty and purple. There we go. Call them pretty and purple. Anyway, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short and it wasn't really descriptive, it wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Oh, she caught me, guys. She caught me. She caught me skimming through it. Whoops. Remember, the poet often expresses their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell simple stories or paint a picture. In case perhaps the subject to poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of their past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we're gonna do Sayori next. Our best friend. Sayori! Hello. This is a good poem. Thank you. I picked random words. I picked random words that looked neat through my eyeballs. Are you sure it's your first time? Yes. I am a virgin at literature. That's not good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in spare time? I guess you're right, but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I will break my promise. See? It's like I've said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Say, this is why she's the best friend. She's a great character. If anything were to happen to her, I would cry inside. Anywho. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture in my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of a reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make sure I have lots of fun here. That would be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to go hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I'll trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's a great poem. Sayori, this just is a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like just you. Really? Yup. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Fair point. It's an important meal of the day for a reason, chat. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I could look forward to it. Alright, let's talk to Monika next. She's the president. I don't want her to be mad at me. Hello. Having a good time so far? Probably. Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new to everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or something we can do better, I'm always listening. Great. I'll be afraid to bring something up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Aha, don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have Monika my poem. I like it. Really. It's a lot of clutter than I expected. Oh jeez. Oh no. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yup. By any chance, have you read anything by 𝐒𝐿 Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. Interesting. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, if sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views in the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is the kind of, like, what? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filter in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get to the meaning, though. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. Thank you, Monika. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Thank you, Monika. This is why you're the club president for a reason. You're so helpful. So open-armed. So don't force yourself to write anything everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah, sure. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not even good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims they're not very good. Well, that's because I'd have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's rate it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. I see that the direction in the spackle produce. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer outside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a flim left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It was too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Aha, that's okay. Yeah, it kind of has gotten pretty unpopular nowadays. Yes. That sounds pretty normal. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of that word recently. Epiphany. Lately. It's been influenced by my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try hard to make perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this is if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. That's true. So if you just move your hand and go with the flow, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, let's show what Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Rude. Then that's the point of what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this, then I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I was wanting to read your poem? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem to make me go, ha! Well, that's not that great. It's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Okay. And you went to ruin it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so You just, don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to be the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never said that like that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Maybe. She's already kind of rude. It's probably her pink hair. That dye is never gonna come out. And she's probably angry about it. Can I figure out is a win or a loss that she liked my poem? In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because my line club will make me do it if I don't. Cool. Short. Eagles can fly. Permanently pink hair. Yes. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can see. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's all. That's about it. Yeah, I told you that you were gonna like it. I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people didn't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Let's save real quick before I do something stupid. Seeing everyone around do you great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about, yeah, I understood. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, it sets up a rhyme at the end, but it makes all flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line, so you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what I meant to be pro. That's what it means to be a pro. Okay. So she thinks she's a big shot because she wrote a semi-terrible poem that I'm acting nice about just to make her feel happy about it. That's funny. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with her with the last comment. Don't you really care how old everyone is? But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Fair enough. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for a mediocre writing ability. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand to theirs. It is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chattering. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to read to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How that could be cute? I don't know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but that didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and I liked it too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to exchange anytime soon, unless of course I come across some particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Azazel liked my poem too, you know. He even told me it was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stand up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you were just... Siri stands up. Well, maybe you're just jealous that Azazel appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? What are you full of yourself? No, I wasn't full of myself. You deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Azazel started showing up. Natsuki! What? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't know, like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Azazel. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. Natsuki's standing on business. I know. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Then what's the point of you making the poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should have just jumped to the reader and not force them to have figured it out. Help her explain that to her, Azazel. What? There's no reason to have so many deep expressions or words in another language. That's the only way to convey complex feelings in meanings to most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessary, eliminating yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Azazel? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't know, but this is some weird shit going. But however, I agree with they'll probably most morally highly of me. This is the options. So of course it's going. What's it gonna be? Help me, Sayori. Yeah, Sayori, help me. Natsuki glares at me, dried up in words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Azazel. Well, that's her problem. It isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for the others to interject with their own feelings onto their conflict. Yeah, Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. That's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me. Are you listening to yourself? That is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! That's good hearing. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to be getting along and happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of the differences. That's 𝐏𝐫𝐶𝐫𝐞𝐬𝐿 poems. They're amazing, but they give you so much feeling with just a few words. And Yuri's problems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your heads. See? This is why Sayori is the best friend in the world to have. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always been. Big and beautiful. I agree with Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. Sayori's spinning facts. I know. So, why Sayori? So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and can organize things, but I am not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can't blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? Yes, she is. You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Yeah, that would suck. That'd be very disappointing if she did that. That makes two of us. You can count on me, ma'am. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. That's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Alex. How'd you feel? My name's Azazel, actually. I don't know how you're getting my real name, and I'm not gonna question that, because if I were, I'd probably get myself in trouble or in danger by you. You're staring at me. You're staring at me. Into my soul! Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about everything. Awesome. In fact, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from the friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Maybe. I think to myself, I'd learn a little bit more from the kinds of poems everyone else likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do better impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. Sayori, ready to walk home? Yup, let's go. Yay! Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Azazel. It's nice that I spend time with you in the club. That's nice. That's sweet of you to say, Sayori. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. Everything is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught up into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Yes. Yes, it does. Well, just to have a see in the future hold, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder, and I said to myself, more than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright. Alright, let's, clumsy. Hopeless. Oh. Sparkle. Death. Vanilla. Romance. Boop. Love. Wonderful. Defeats. Massacre. Clouds. Bubbles. Lollipops. Aura. 100% aura. Bliss. Marriage. Cheer. Explode. Bouncy. Climax. Yes, climax. Nowadays passed and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. I entered the club room as usual, seeing greets me. Hi, Azazel. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to have you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple things to get you in a good mood. But I guess it always a simple thing with you, always. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy snacks? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles at the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets it contents spill out of the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through your eyes, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought the snacks before coming into the classroom. So either you're not hungry or wanted the excuse to take a walk, or you planned to eventually forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that always leaves the one option. What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Azazel to tell me to borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, you're suffering this fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? That's an interesting word of phrasing. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if there wasn't for cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki to make them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hehe. Ow! Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face that tumbles into the desk. Ow! What was that? A cookie. Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. It is a miracle! It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution! Actually, that's the most almost worked. Aha. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Ahaha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. She's so happy because she got smacked by a cookie? Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, I just eat it. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oh boy. I thought you actually said, oh, lamau. Ow. Maybe I did. I bit my tongue. You're just going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gives out of her seat to go behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie is still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Oh, Sayori accidentally leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glanced around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Haven't you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried about me or anything. Monika chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. So you're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up to anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I was just kind of lost track of time. That makes sense though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring at least? I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometimes for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better at it, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. In that case, I wouldn't let you down, Azazel. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share one already. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐫𝐿. Yes, Sayori's a little turd sometimes, but she's cute, too. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining it to her anyway. It looks like everything has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Good old closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related to myself like this? I guess I could always read some book that Yuri gave me, but I feel a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of the literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But that's not all of that at all, you know? We just need a way to show that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creativity mind. That means to solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's literature event. So it's more important to figure out to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do things to speak in their creative minds. That's it. Sayori is taking this really seriously. I mean, if you're doing a little cool like thingy for it, I would assume so. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In fact, do you think food will be the trick? What kind? Oh, well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. What hasn't, I've been reading too much, guys. That hasn't suggested, did it? Cupcakes speak to my creativity. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the expected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell in my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not that sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school even have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for an anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. But I want to watch anime. Don't say that out loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about? You look out for me better than I look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's right and it's written all over you. Sayori glances over to at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair and sticking all out around her. I run my fingers down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar, right there. I try to wipe it up with a stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see it, how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, interesting look. Huh. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. Yeah, it's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. But be careful. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, you should have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't you say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts on her arms around me and twirls. Man, this camera angle. I know the camera angle is crazy. So if you keep it unbuttoned, then it won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you would take care of me way better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all of these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Anyway, just focus on trying to wake up for a little bit earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. That's the deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come over and wake me up in the morning. I clicked the skip button on accident, but I'm sharing my poems now. Okay. Okay.